everyone. Welcome into the Grow Podcast. I'm your host, Sam Hahn, and today I have with me our C-Store Division Manager, Robin Hahn. Yes, if you recognize the name, she is my mom. So, Mom/Robin, thank you for coming in today and joining us.
Thanks for having me, Sam.
So before we talk about the C-Store Division, I kind of asked people their history of the company a little bit. So when did you start out with Farmers Cooperative? What was your role?
I started with the Farmers Cooperative about 15 years ago in 2005. I started out at the C-Store in Plymouth as the manager there, overseeing that store. I worked in that store as the manager for 10 years. And then after that, at that time, we just had two C-stores, the Plymouth C-Store and the Dakin C-Store, and we've acquired C-stores since then. So they recognized a need to have someone to kind of oversee the C-stores. And at that point, that's when they came and offered me that job. So I've been in that role for about 5 years now.
And I believe when you started working for the co-op and the C-stores, it was in June of 2005?
Yes, matter of fact, it was. It would have been on your birthday.
All right, that's why I remember that date. So you said there was two C-stores when you first started. How many C-stores are there now?
There are 7 C-stores that we have.
Okay, and with a cooperative and a cooperative system, C-store is maybe something that isn't really talked about as much, but it's also a very prevalent service part of our company. So, it's really an important gig for you guys to, represent our company, I guess.
Absolutely. That's one of the things I always tell my managers is that I feel like a lot of times that we're the actual face of the co-op. We're the ones that people see the first, and we're the ones that they see on a day-to-day basis.
So I guess I just want to talk about each of your C-stores individually a little bit. Like we said, there are 7 of them. So, and we can talk about what each C-store has. I guess I'll just start with Auburn. What do you have going down in Auburn?
Okay. Auburn is a C-store that we sometimes joke about them being on another island since they're kind of away from the trade area a little bit. Auburn is a C-store. One of the things about Auburn is they are our only location, or the only location in Auburn that has diesel fuel. So that makes them a little bit unique in that way. We also just put feed in, and we've started selling feed at that location as well, and that's been going really well for us over there as well.
And then what about Beatrice?
Beatrice C-store is the Cenex location that we have on North 6th there. That's our biggest and our busiest C-store that we have. They sell a lot of fuel. They have every kind of fuel. They've got the E85. They have the super no lead. They have no lead. They have dyed diesel. They have regular diesel. And they have this time of year the number 1 clear diesel as well there.
And then they have full food inside and
That's
outside
correct.
with convenience and everything in that store as well.
Yes, they do.
And then Burchard, what's going on down there?
Burchard is a smaller C-store. It's within the shop that they have down there. Dean runs the shop there, and then the C-store is just kind of attached to that. The thing about the C-store down there is it's really the only thing that town has as far as snacks or beer or pop and those kinds of things. So I think it's a real convenience for the people in Burchard to have that there.
Yeah, and then how about Dakin?
Dakin is a C-store that has grown so much. Lori does a great job over there. They serve a daily lunch special, and then they have a full warmer and all kinds of things like that as well. So,
okay, and then how about Firth?
Firth, again, is a lot like Burchard in that they're in a tire store, and so it's just a smaller location within the tire store there.
You grab a quick snack and pop.
Absolutely.
And stuff. They have fuel and gas there.
They have fuel and gas as well.
You have that at every C-store, probably.
Correct.
Actually.
Correct.
Okay, then Hanover.
Hanover, the Pony Express, sits on Highway 36 in Kansas. They're more along the lines of a truck stop than they are an actual convenience store. They have a full shop there to do tires and services on trucks, cars, trailers, any of that. And then the C-store there is much the same as you would see in a normal C-store. They have some food, but theirs is geared more toward the truck thought process for truck drivers. So they have a lot of the things in there that the truck drivers would need and that kind of a thing.
All right. And then at Plymouth.
Plymouth is, as I said, my baby. It's the one where I started at. Anna is the manager there, and it's a great location. They serve a lot of food there as well. They have a pizza kitchen there. We have a sub bar there, and they serve a daily lunch special there as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty popular place in town. With these, a lot of these, except for maybe Beatrice, are kind of in smaller communities. So do you feel like you're providing a big service for some of these towns that don't have another place in town to maybe get gas or get a snack or get food?
I absolutely believe that. Yeah, I do think that we provide a great service to the community, and, customers are our business. So I am glad we have the opportunity to serve those communities in that way with the C-store and still be a part of the Farmers Cooperative.
Yeah, like you said, really hammer home that service of the patrons. We have in the company more than just these C-stores. You have a lot of card trolls, and you kind of have a big part to do with that as well, with the card trolls in the company where you can pull up and get gas.
Absolutely. We have 24 fueling locations within the company, and the ones that are outside the C-stores are mostly standalone card trolls. Seward is a manned location, and Wilbur also is as well, but most of the other 24 locations are all standalone card trolls.
Now, you do a lot with that, with the Triple E aspect of it. Do you have to have an account with Farmers Co-op to get gas there, or can you swipe a credit card?
At any one of those locations right now, you can swipe a credit card or use a Farmers Cooperative proprietary card as well at those locations.
Yeah, the fuel card for a proprietary card, like you said, that makes it a little easier. You can just get all your fuel on your monthly statement and your monthly bill and have an account with us.
Yep, that's correct. That's exactly how it works. It comes out to do that. And when we have the opportunity to get our new website up and going, you'll even have the opportunity on there. Tori's put a tab on there for you to be able to go in and go ahead and order your own fuel card right there online as well.
I was going to ask you, how do you order or get your fuel card set up like that? Before, that's live now or not live yet?
I'm not sure if it's live now. I know that it's in the process. But right now, if you need a fuel card, the easiest thing to do is just go to your closest location and let them know. Or you can call the location that I'm located at, and that would be the Plymouth location. And they can get me the information that I need to get you that fuel card.
One other thing that we offer that you have a big part in is the gift cards.
Absolutely.
So explain the process of gift cards and where you can all use them, if it's just for C-stores, for other things, or how does our gift card system work?
Okay. I'm the one that makes the gift cards as well. And those are available for purchase at any one of the 7 C-stores, along with our Dorchester location, our Seward location, and our Wilbur location. They can be used at any one of those locations, and they could also be used at any one of the 24 fueling locations in the card trolls.
Okay, so we've covered mostly what you do with the Triple E and the card trolls and as the C-store division manager. I want to switch gears a little bit because you're on the safety committee for the company as well.
That's correct.
I just wanted to ask you if you can give a little bit of overview of what you do on the safety committee and what kind of things you guys talk about or accomplish, and what your goals are.
Of course, our role in the safety committee is to do everything that we can to provide safety for our employees as well as our patrons. I've been on the safety committee since it was created. It has evolved a lot since that time frame. At the time frame when I was originally on it, the safety members were the ones that went around to the different locations and did the audits and that kind of a thing. Right now, we have a group of 4 people that are the safety leaders or the safety team, and they're the ones that are doing those audits now and going around to those different locations and doing that. I think probably the biggest thing that we try to do, obviously, is look at those locations and see how we can make them safe, and what we need to do, to accomplish that. As the safety leaders, we provide, let me back up. as the safety leaders and as the safety team, a couple of the things that we do is we provide what we call our harvest rodeo, and we do that in August with our grain department, and bring in the people that work in our grain department and have some different stations set up so that we have the opportunity to help them learn how to do things, or make sure that they know how to do things like lockout, tagout, and grain retrieval and different things like that. And then we are just getting ready in January to do another one where we will bring in the agronomy department and do some of the things like working with anhydrous and making sure that they know all the safety things to do in working with anhydrous and things like that.
Okay, very good. I guess my last wrap-up question kind of to you is, I know personally that this job is very important to you based off the hours you've put in over the 15 years you've worked here, and I just kind of wanted to ask you, why do you take such pride and passion in your job and put in those extra hours after you're done with work or go in there earlier on weekends? What makes you want to do that?
I think probably the first thing that makes me want to do it is, like you said, I love my job. And so the Farmers Cooperative has always treated me well, and I enjoy working for them. I have, if I get called in, it's usually by one of my managers, and I love the relationship that I have with each one of my managers and want them to succeed. So I want to be able to help them succeed. And in doing so, sometimes that takes doing things after hours and things like that.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Grow Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Let us know who you want us to bring in and who you want to hear from. And subscribe. And as always, keep growing.